aux efforts officiels de paix. La deuxième question, la technologie peut potentiellement réduire l'écart entre les communautés et le processus de paix officiel. Quel mécanisme numérique concret pourrait contribuer à garantir les expériences et les priorités de femmes de la communauté soient prises en compte et contribuent efficacement au processus de médiation des voies 1 et 2. À vous la parole, madame.
Merci. J'ai fait mon intervention en anglais, please. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to also stand on existing protocols. As a member of the African Union FemWise Africa, but also I do co-chair the Tanzanian Women Peace and Security Coalition that is under the oversight of the Ministry of Community Development, Gender and Special Groups of the United Republic of Tanzania. I wouldn't really go deep to start introducing what is FemWise, since that was eloquently done by our co-president of FemWise earlier today, Honorable Justice Effie. And she already shared what FemWise is and what we actually do. So please do allow me to dive in directly to this segment question on how best do we actually work with digital technologies and AI, especially to strengthen women's meaningful participation in the mediation and peace processes. For us at FemWise, we actually do recognize that digital technology and AI is not simply a communication tool, but as an instrument that can help shift women from being just recipients of the peace process, but also active contributors, mediators, early warning actors, and decision makers. And maybe just to start directly on the component of digital technologies, we are currently using a lot of digital platforms, not only within our network, but I think everyone in the room here does use a digital platform. Even if not, you do own a smartphone. Even if you do not own a smartphone, you can still use a digital platform through a normal USSD phone. So digital platforms actually do expand women's access to mediation spaces, especially when you look at women in remote and conflicted communities that are often excluded in formal mediation settings. And the best option they can actually afford is to actually have online consultations in safe spaces that they can contribute their views without necessarily having to travel to several negotiation tables or even avenues. And I'll trickle it down to what exactly we've done recently at the AU FemWise network within our members. And some of our members are already in the room. So we actually held an online learning series session for a couple of months now, around 4 to 5 months, with the women of Southern Africa to really unpack the pillars of the UNSR and also to unpack the different conflict mediation strategies. Together with the leaders of Africa Institute, we managed to actually educate about 1,000, if not more, actually direct recipients who attended our sessions through online platforms. And some of you might say maybe it's just an online learning session, but I think what we've all seen within our communities, people do not have access to information and education, but also access to information. So we got a huge turnout, but it wasn't only about the numbers. We brought in seasoned women mediators, and I think that's the unique factor that we do at the FemWise Africa network. I'm a young woman myself and a youth advocate, but we have a broad range of seasoned women mediators and peace actors within the FemWise Africa network, which we are actually learning together. It's part of the intergenerational co-leadership that we are actually really amplifying and walking the talk. So women mediators from across Zambia to the DRC, Morocco to Lesotho, from judiciaries to activists, we worked together within several digital platforms to educate the community. not only women-led, we brought men on board. Because for us, we recognize that men are actually allies when it comes to the peace process and mediation efforts, whether informal and informal settings. So please do allow me to also circle back. Now, how does AI strengthen women-led early warning and early action? I'm not an AI expert, but this year I did develop my own AI tool, and I'll get to share how I actually did that. You don't really need to be a techie expert to develop an AI tool or to use AI itself, and AI goes beyond ChatGPT. So women are often mostly the first ones to detect changes in the communities, especially the different dynamics that are related to displacement, violence against women, and I think my sister Simone did mention it quite broadly in her submission. And please do allow me once again to contextualize this to the United Republic of Tanzania. Through the Tanzanian Women Peace and Security Coalition, that we actually also adopted AI-assisted analysis in communities. We actually identify different emerging conflict hotspots, patterns of hate speech, displacement trends, but also gender-based violence threats. And how do we do this? We do this through the existing work that are done at grassroots level. I'm here before you today, looking really smart and well presented, but let's meet back home and you'll see the actual work we do on the ground. It's not always pretty as we present it to be. So we actually analyze the findings, and within these findings, we work together with at national level, supporting the Ministry of Home Affairs, which is actually responsible for defense and security. As you know, yes, we are working on the ground, but there are those who are actually in charge to get the job done, and it's our governments. And I think I do echo that we really need to leverage on how best we work on our governments to foster meaningful collaborations. We can be tech experts, we can have understanding of AIs, but some of our government officials don't have that luxury. And I think that's what we actually do within our coalition itself. So where am I getting at? As I said earlier, AI is not only ChatGPT, and everyone in this room can create their own AI tool or platform if given the right tool, but most of you don't have access. So despite the fact that we do have, and we have actually engaged women in the AI mediation process, and the technology that currently is designed is around do not harm, but we have seen the effects of digital technology, AI, in creating conflicts, attributing to protests, and creating chaos in our countries. We must also recognize that within the tech experts, within the platforms that we use, we need to ensure the AI tools offer actually data-sensitive protection, but also protection from online harassment and adoptions to address this algorithm. And I think that's why we as experts are here in the room, to ensure that we trickle down and feed in the information that is accurate within the AI tools and digital platforms. I think something that echoed to me earlier from the opening session, Honorable Emerence, the President of the National Women's Forum from the Republic of Burundi, I stand corrected, which is our host country per se. She mentioned that if women cannot always physically enter the mediation room, technology can help ensure that their voices enter the room. And I think this is what we are actually pushing forward. That yes, we do have spaces, we do have experts, but how best can the experts in the room, outside the room, trickle in the information? We can't educate a population of 66 million all in one forum, and I mean 66 million, I'm referring to my country in the United Republic of Tanzania. But if we do have the right platform, resources, that is something that can be done, and we need to work smartly, moving with the current digital trends. It's not being lazy per se, it's being smart-oriented and ensuring that what actually works within our settings for us who work at the grassroots can also work for everyone. And we reach hundreds or even thousands in multiple folds. I thank you.